He has traveled all over the nation speaking to people like you, high schoolers, young adult kids, and inspired them.
And juniors and seniors, I mean no disrespect to you if you're juniors and seniors. I mean no disrespect when I say this, but this is kind of what happens to you your senior year, and it's just kind of the reality of it. But your senior year, you kind of have this tendency to just kind of get boring. Like you do the same thing you did for 3 years before and nothing's that different. The culture of the school is incredible. So when you show up for each other, because that's what we're talking about today, is like how to show up. Like I want to give you guys some examples of these things. So do I have football players in here? Anybody in football? All right, football. So I have an honest question for you guys. The band shows up to football games? Is that a thing, like pep band? So here would be my challenge. And I realize this just started. So like we're not even gonna go to the past, but in reality, you guys probably play 8 football games, 4 home, 4 away, 5 if you make it to the playoffs. We'll just call it 5 for simple math. In your high school career, you're gonna play like 20 home games. Like 20 times you'll run out, play a home game, and the band will show up and be there and play because they have to, it's part of it. But my challenging question for you guys is how many band concerts have you guys been to? Let's just ask it differently. Raise your hand in here if you've been to a band concert. Raise your hand in here if you're in, put your hand down if you're in the band. Yeah, put your hand down if you have a sibling in the band. Put your hand down if you dated someone in the band. Yeah, it's good, it's all good, I get it. So I appreciate that, but what you're looking at is like, roughly, we'll call it like 5% of this crowd has attended a band concert. And so, football, here's my challenge for you. My challenge for you guys is like learn to show up.
What Don't Show Up means to me is that we're all showing up for each other and we're all supporting each other, and whatever we do, if it's choir, if it's arts, if it's performing arts, or if it's sports, that we all show up for each other and support each other in whatever.
Understand something. If you're a person in here who looks at yourself as a leader, if you look at yourself as influential, here's what you have to understand. The real test of how influential you are, the real test of how big of a leader you are is how many kids you don't walk past. Listen, y'all, some kids in your school, what they need more than anything is for you to take your headphones out and not walk past and act like you don't see them, but actually take time for them. That's what showing up for each other looks like. Showing up for each other looks like seeing the kids who don't fit, seeing the kids who maybe don't have an opportunity. That's how you show up.
To me, Don't Show Ups means to support every student on campus, whether they play a sport or if they're at the club or if they're in the play. You're there to support them and what they do, and you're always there to bring the community together.
What I want you guys to think about is culturally. When you walk up and down the halls, what does it feel like? When you go to a sporting event, adults, what do you see from the outside looking in? Like, I want you guys, teachers, what's your vibe from inside the teacher's lounge all the way to like, what's it like in school suspension classroom? Like, you guys have an entire building that exists with 2,000 humans in it. It's like a living, breathing organ, and everybody has a different function and a different experience.
Having Mike Smith here today means that we're having those tough conversations and that our campus is evolving.
To me, Don't Show Up means that you're supporting each and every group on campus. So you're not just going to the football games and basketball games, but you're also going to all of the drama performances, all the chorale performances, supporting different clubs and groups on campuses. And just overall being there for everyone at our school and bringing us as a bigger, tighter community.
I think a weakness our school has is that there's a big gap between sports programs and performing arts programs. I think we could have a more in-between where all the kids in the performing arts program supported all the sports, and then the people in the sports supported the performing arts programs.
We talked about how there's a lot of different events and there's a lot of different sports games. People show up to my games for football and basketball a lot, but one of the things I'm going to work on this year is going to everyone else's games to support them as well.
I've seen Mike Smith since my freshman year, and I'm now a senior, and so it's really come full circle for me to see him speak again and just to see the impact he's had on me, my grade, and any of the lower classes, and the people that he's just impacted in today's work. I think it's definitely an awesome opportunity that we have.
To me, it is important to have Mike Smith here today because it is a continual reminder about how we are bigger. We're a part of something bigger than ourselves here at Acalanes, and so he's here to help us reinforce that message that there are so many of us here that spend so much of our time on this campus, and we need to realize how impactful that can be and how we can impact others around us.